My name is Michael Payne, and I look out through all types of pains. Some are excruciating pains. Now, not a lot of people know that I know this, but I do. So there's all types of pain, and there's all types of ways of looking at things. Now, if I look the other way, it's a bit of a peaky blinder. Don't ask me why we've gone to a semi-Australian accent, but g'day. So, all kinds of symbology. Enough of these props. It's time we got down to plain speaking. That went flat, didn't it? But this is a disc, okay? But I am going to prove to you through simple math that you can stick water to the outside of a spinning ball. Now, not a lot of people know that, but it's true. It's funny because it's true. Now, before some of you start switching this off or getting upset or saying, he's swapped sides, he's gone back into the other side of the screen. Well, look, the devil is an adversary, and he certainly adds verse. Remember, Janus is TwoFace, telling you to look both ways. Some of you want to stay safe, like Schrodinger's cat, you know, but remember, it's all an Italian job, and you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. So, the math. Let's do the math. And a bit of etymology, because this will show you a lot. So, forget about discs. Picture a ball. Here's one that was oranged for me earlier. I really must do something about the props department, but we have to work with what we've got. So, here's a ball. Now it's spinning. You're all going to be put into little cubes. They're called classrooms. I'm going to whisper the ideas to you and say, we're on a spinning ball. We're going round and round at fantastical speeds. And you might say, you can't stick water to the outside of a ball. Yes, you can, very easily. You just got to look at it with a new set of eyes and realise you're not looking at the right water, are you? Look at yourself. What are you in the sense of the vessel? Are you not something like 70% water? Now, do you see how you get water to stick to the outside of a spinning ball? But the absolute brilliance, and when I say brilliance, it's the wrong illumination, because it is ill. It's not enlightened, is it? So you get people to cling to that idea. It doesn't have to be physical or real. It is an idea that is held in the mind. That is how you get water to stick to the outside of a ball. You just put it into a bit of a spin. So where does the math theme at ticks come into this? Well, it's all about division. I'll explain why. It's classroom time. This is why. This here. You might know it as Aries, but remember, there's secret Aries, there are millet Aries, there are mission Aries, there are seaman Aries, there are minist Aries, there are diction Aries. It all sounds like a bit of a pull low to me. Dragging you down, sticking you. Now do you see the gravity of the whole situation here? Because while you are doing the math, the theme of the ticks, and saying the world is flat, the world's a globe, the world's hollow, there's the division. And where does that division exist between each of us? Because Aries is a little bit like a V to divide. But it is also the Y. It depends how you look at it. Maybe the Y. The Y is the V. Because when you close the V up, it becomes one again. There's some interesting mythology about returns of gods and things. Well, what about what else also is shown? Was it not the usual story of two brothers? One kills the other one. The son of the one that's killed comes back and avenges the father, the Set and the Horus. Remember, the future is not set. But lost my train of thought again, because I'm sort of thinking 3 sentences ahead. Depends, sentence. Do you want a live sentence? Write your own script, create your own sentences. So anyway, back to the ball, because it is all a load of balls. We live in a world of duality, which is Bible, which has been turned into Bibble Babble. Babylon. Babylon. So when you have everyone stuck to this idea, you've created at most fear out of a sphere. It's a sphere of influence. Take the S away from it, you can see what it's got. It's what spirit you put into the sphere as to whether you make it into sphere. I thought it's about time we spoke plainly about this. But remember, when you see with a mind's eye, it's not a confusion. It's not a fused ion. You want to know what shape the world is. The world, well, it's not world, is it? It's stationary. The reality around you, you shape by what you think and how you feel and what you want to go with and what you believe. The problem is when you come into contact with somebody else who Just like is showing in the sky, you have things in opposition. You're just doing the silly little dance that Saturn and Jupiter are doing at the moment. You're taking part in it. Is that a coincide dance or is that a coincidence? If it's a coincide dance, I think you're spending your time the wrong way. Something else very interesting that came to me. Professor Proton, played by the actor Bob Newhart. Big truth drops coming out here, I think. Well, Newhart, in the character, was Arthur Proton. He says, just call me Arthur. Well, what is Arthur? Arthur, A-R-Ra. It's a reference to gold. It's a reference to Thor. Arthur also goes around with 12 knights, 12 disciples, 12 hours, the sun. You see, we've come back now. This whole story about the son avenging the father and taking on basically his uncle. It's shown in the mythology so much. Well, what it's saying is the father isn't going to sort it out. It's up to the sons. The question is, who are the sons? When you understand and find that all there is I am and you are I am, you are your own world, your own earth, your own universe, your own galaxy, your own solar system. Changes the battleground rather a lot, I think, because there are many suns. Some are in a female form, some are in a male form. But there's no hiding it. The reveal will also expose, which will become reviled. The veil, the vile, the evil, when there's a ray shining on it. Don't forget these vowel shifts. As Levette said, it's all about change. You're getting chump changed, short-changed. Everything's being changed, because if you keep changing everything, it creates chaos. You cannot create order out of chaos until you have created chaos. Remember, this is all duality. And we're walking that fine line, seeing the yin and the yang, or the other way round, depending on how you look at it, of course. Is it a Peaky Blinder? Think of the circumcision. Remember, everything is turned into a physical version, which is a twist. The circumcision is removing the manhood, opening up the third eye, the first eye, the all-seeing eye, the singular eye. You've got fake wealth. It's got a pyramid on it, has it not? Look where the eye is. It's not at the top of the pyramid. It's near the top of the pyramid. That's the fake wealth. Now what about the spiritual wealth? Now where's the eye? Where's the all-seeing eye? You want to find true wealth? Or you can have the keys to the kingdom and all this can be yours. You can have all the material. This is a dialogue going on with inside yourself. What path do you want to go on? I choose the middle one. Walk both worlds. Because we can flip things. Instead of having hell on earth, what about having heaven on earth? What about raising earth up to heaven? What about bringing heaven upon earth? There's more than one way to do this. There are many of us. We have awesome power if we know who we are and what. What is power? The answers are all there in the etymology of the etymology. Everything is atoms, everything is photons. So thank you, Professor Photon. That's sort of shining a light, you could say. Deliberate pun. But going back to being Michael Payne, I can sniff it out. There's a scent. But is it a descent or is it decent? What do you smell? What do you got the nose for? You got 5 senses you can use in different ways. You can get a feel for something. You can say, oh, I see now, or I hear you. I got the taste for that. Remember, we're in a world of duality, so you've got 5 senses. That gives you 10 options. You've already doubled the gifts you've got. Now, what about imagination? How far is that going to go? How far can you expand your universe? There's a thing. You want to find the edge of space. How far are you prepared to go? How much is it before it's a stretch of your imagination? Or how much will come easily to you? Just listen carefully to the words. I came across a song the other day, Dr. Feelgood. I was looking back and she was looking back and I was looking back at her. Aha. These things just fall into my lap. In toto. And what a good place to have it fall. Because is that not the place of the sun? So remember, you cannot be serious. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. All these little things are put out there. Just depends on what you're hearing and what you're tuned in to hear. Or whether you can tune out to tune in. Remember, it's all duality. At for now.